Okay, what I'm going to show you here is I'm going to show you the one boot simply because it's too difficult and too small for me to do it online. I did cut this out with a V-tool, and then what I did was I went on the inside of the boot. I kind of swept it out a little bit. Now you can take your knife down and sweep it out, and then at the very top where the tongue is supposed to be, I put a little V-cut at each corner going straight down and across, and I can actually do that here just like so. Alright, just alright, and then I swept it out right behind it. I cut it out, a little piece out. Okay, so that's how that's worked out. Now I need to put what the shoelaces in there, or the boot laces. So what I'm going to do with that is I'm going to go back to my V-tool, the smallest one that I have. I am going to make it wet because I need to do that, and I'll show you why. Alright, what I'm going to do is I'm just going to make little crisscrosses going across this thing. I'm going to try to get down here where I can see it pretty well, and I'm just going to go 1/2 first. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, and then I'm going to go 1, 2, 3, 4. All right. And I think it's pretty well what I'm going to do to it. And then there's got to be a couple here, so we're going to put 1 here, 2 here. 1, 2. Then we'll turn it this way and go the other way. 1, 1, 2. That's pretty well all I'm going to do for the shoelaces on the boots. Okay, and you can see how that's going to look. Now let me think this over for a second. And now I'm going to take it an extra step. I'm sorry folks, what I'm going to do is I had to think this over for a bit. I'm going to go, I went down this way, right? Now I need to go the opposite way from here over, so we're gonna kind of go 1, 2, 3. All right, same here. 1, 2, 3. Okay, and we're going to do the same thing to the bottom. It's kind of hard to show you how to do that, but that's how we'll do the boot laces, and that's all I'm going to do for that. The next thing I'm going to do is we're going to do the top of the boot with the V-tool. So we're going to take our V-tool and we're just going to cut that out. And then we're going to level it where it needs to be. Like I said, we'll do this boot here, and then you can do the other boot offline. That has this line going up and around. You can follow that up and around. So, and you have to think of how that boot is laying. This actually just helps you. Okay, so what I'm going to do here is I'm going to take my knife after I get this done, and I'm going to take it and I'm going to trim down right on top here. This goes off a little bit. Alright, this is a little higher, and this is a little higher. Just trim off that edge so that's sticking out by itself. Alright, same thing with underneath here. Just want to take that little hard edge off so that looks like a lip. So see how we have that? Okay, you're going to do the same thing over here on this side. You're going to take that little edge off. You're going to have that go underneath that lip on the top. And once I get it all cleaned up, I'll show you before I paint it and how I will paint it. I looked at a bunch of pictures and I decided with what pattern I want to go. There's a couple of different ones. There's not one standard really. Well, I'm sure there is, but when I look at, some are green, more as the desert. There's a desert pattern, a combat pattern, which is a light green, dark green, with a digital look to it. I think that would be a little harder to paint to make it look similar. So we're going to try something a little bit different. But okay, so that's one boot. Okay, I'm going to do the top yet, but you want this stuff to kind of stick out. Just sticks out over top of the other. Alright, and I'll go ahead and finish off the other boot, and then we'll be done with it. Alright, and I'm going to clean it up. I'm going to work on the gun a little bit, clean up the hat, and then I'll come back with a final look of what it looks like before we actually paint it. The gun, of course, is going to be black. These are going to be like pretty well the color that they are, like a desert boot. And since we're in the Middle East right now, and I think that might be appropriate. It depends, you know, if you want to put black boots with green camouflage, that's up to you. Like World War II or whatever era you're trying to do. So I'm going to go ahead and finish this up. Going to finish off the gun. I'm going to finish off the other boot, and then we'll be back and we're going to go ahead and paint it. Okay, and then I'll show you the last video after it's painted. Okay folks, thank you very much. Bye bye.